Hey little bunnies, Sheila Gale here and welcome back to my YouTube channel.
17:30, I'm like, hey, what's up, hello?
Today I'm going to be doing a Q&A, but don't click off just yet. Stay! This is the first one I've ever done and I feel like it's part of being a YouTuber, kind of like an initiation to at least have one Q&A video. And this year is almost over, so I figured I'd include it. And I asked people to ask me questions on Instagram story, and I didn't get that many questions. I'm a small YouTuber, and basically it's just like my friends and family that follow me, and I don't think half of them understand like even how to work Instagram questions. So I just texted some of my friends and had them ask me questions. And I had the kids I babysit ask me questions too, so that is what this compilation is of, and I wrote them all down in a notebook. So that's what I'm going to be reading to you today. The first question comes from Stephanie Carollo, and she asks the top 3 places you want to travel to. My top places as of right now are London, England, Paris, France, and Dublin, Ireland. Hair Designs by Laura asks, what was your favorite stuffed animal when you were 3 years old? So this is my mom, and there's actually a right and wrong answer to this. She like quizzed me like on my favorite stuffed animal when I was 3 years old, and it was Minnie Mouse. I do remember that. It was stuffed Minnie Mouse that I got from Disney when I was 3. Jennifer asks, your favorite movie of all time? That would be Descendants. The one with George Clooney, not the Disney one. My celebrity crushes are Ed Westwick from Gossip Girl, Zac Efron, and Liam Hemsworth. Megan asks my favorite Harry Potter characters and why. My first favorite is Hagrid because he is such a gentle giant. Like he's such a nice person and he's like very helpful and he's just so sweet. My favorite Harry Potter character is Luna Lovegood because she reminds me a lot of myself, and she's like loves animals, like talks to animals, and she's kind of weird, but she's like really insightful. Megan also asks, what do you love most about making YouTube videos? It's definitely a creative outlet for me, so I basically, anything I can think of, I can do. Like if I want to test some products today, I can do that. If I want to sing, I can do that. If I want to travel and record it, I can do that. It's just a great creative outlet. Tina asks, who is the best villain in any movie? I think Maleficent in Sleeping Beauty, but the one with Angelina Jolie. She's like the definition of villain. Tina also asks my biggest pet peeve. Biggest pet peeve is when people crack their knuckles or their necks or their back. My head, my back. Because it grosses me out. Don't crack anything around me. Like I will run out of the room. Animals that wear clothes, cute or obnoxious? I say obnoxious unless it is in the middle of winter and your dog is tiny and they're using it for warmth. Otherwise there's absolutely no reason for your dog to wear clothes. That's the beauty about being a dog. You don't have to wear clothes. Jackie asks, where do you see yourself in 10 years? So I've never been the type of person to plan like ahead in life or like look that far into the future or even like look that far into the past. I like to live in the present moment. So I'll set like a goal maybe a year in advance, but that's probably as far as I look because I kind of just go with the flow. So I actually have no idea where I see myself in 10 years. I'm kind of just taking it one day at a time. Jackie also asked my biggest accomplishment. As of right now, I think my biggest accomplishment was running a marathon. I never in a million years thought that I would be able to do that. If you would have told me like 10 years ago that I would have been running a marathon and completing it with no problem, I would not have believed you. And I'm sure there's way more to come, but as of right now, that's my biggest accomplishment. So this is like a 4-part question kinda. So Nellie asks, beach or mountains? Beach. Why? Because I've always loved the beach way more than mountains. I kind of feel at home at the beach or by an ocean. That's where I feel like the most content. To live or visit, I mean, I'd love to live on the beach. Like, I already have my house picked out on Venice Beach, just the giant purple ones. If you ever go to Venice Beach and you see a giant purple house with a bunch of windows, that's my house. Can't live there. Just kidding. I wish. Advantages or disadvantages to living on a beach. Disadvantages is that it's super expensive and there's possible tsunamis that can take out your house. Advantages is you get a beautiful view 24/7. You walk right out your door and you are on beach boardwalk. And I can just like run out my house and be on the beach. That's like my dream, just to run alongside the beach, just like walk outside my house. Kristen asks, if you could have dinner with anyone dead or alive, who would it be and why? I would have dinner with Trixie Mattel because we have a lot in common, so we would have a lot to talk about, and he's a vegetarian, so like we could agree on a place perfectly. Yeah, does that make sense? Okay. Kristen also asks, if you can change one thing about the world now, what would it be and why? If I could change one thing about the world, it would be for everyone to just coexist, regardless of their race, religion, sexuality. You would just coexist and no one would judge each other. Lily asks, do you celebrate Christmas more or Hanukkah more? I kind of celebrate Christmas more, surprisingly, because I usually go to my stepfamily's on Christmas Day, and then my uncle, even though they grew up Jewish, he didn't stay with the Jewish religion, so he celebrates Christmas, so we go to their house on Christmas Eve. And yeah, like when I was little, we did Hanukkah, and I would get one present for each day of Hanukkah, but we don't really do that anymore. We do light the menorah, and we give each other one present for all of the Hanukkah season. Lily asks, if you can go anywhere, where would you go with $1 million? I would backpack through Europe, like at least a month-long trip, maybe 2 months. Lily asks, what is your favorite ice cream flavor? I like peppermint ice cream, but the specific peppermint ice cream from this restaurant called Buffalo's. Lily asks, do you dance? Not well. No. Julia asks, what's your favorite animal? Bunnies are number one, obviously. I also like horses, dogs, and mini pigs. Who is your favorite YouTuber? I have so many, but number one would have to be Jenna Marbles because she was the reason I started watching YouTube. Julia asks, what's your favorite candy? I like anything gummy, so like gummy bears, like sour gummy worms, Sour Patch Kids, like anything sour and gummy. Julia asks, how long have you done YouTube for? I've only been doing YouTube since June of 2018, so just a few months. Giorgio asks, do you like to play Fortnite? No, I have never played Fortnite a day in my life. It looks fun, but I'm horrible at pretty much all video games. If you want to see a video of me playing Fortnite, I'll have to figure out how to like show the screen, but like I'll do it, I'll try. This has been my Q&A video. I hope you liked it. I know in my last video I said see you next year because I thought that was gonna be the last video of the year, but surprise, it's not. This is the last video of the year. So I will see you little bunnies next year. Bye!
So someone take her picture, so I don't forget her.